Thank you, President Vladimir Putin of the Russian Federation. And on behalf of my delegation, I would express my profound appreciation and thanks to the wonderful hospitality of this great country with a great history, civilization, culture and the arts, and a history of enduring struggle of the people who believe in dignity and independence. I've said this to President Putin, that my admiration extends beyond diplomatic engagements, but because of my understanding of the history and culture and the great contribution in the field of literature and the arts and the ballet, which I happen to miss because of the hectic schedule. We have had extensive discussions from the morning and then later moved with the Prime Minister and finally, of course, with the President and his team, and covering a wide spectrum of issues from education to agriculture and food security to agri-commodities, science technology, cybersecurity, energy defense, among others. That shows that our commitment to enhance bilateral relations beyond what we have achieved thus far. It's true, the President has stated in such clarity that the relations has been good, but the potential for investments, trade and collaboration need to be further enhanced, and that's precisely the reason why I choose to come first to Vladivostok as his guest and now to Moscow and Kazan. And the joint commissions, various committees, including oil and gas, petrochemicals, has to then ensure that affect these changes and take the necessary action speedily. Of course, we would appreciate this increasing support in terms of training, aerospace, STI, and TVET, digital AI, which the President and the team has been extremely kind to regard us as a trusted friend and a country that they can place a lot of support. And I think at this stage of development, however vigorous in semiconductor and AI fields, we would certainly want to collaborate with the Russian Federation to enhance this. There was some outstanding issues due to geopolitical dictates, but we have taken a position of centrality in Malaysia and ASEAN to decide for ourselves what is best for Malaysia and its people. And therefore, we would like to request and suggest that the Russian airlines, including Aeroflot, to resume direct flight route to Malaysia as soon as possible. And thank you again, President, for the support for our entry into BRICS. I recall from friends from China to Ethiopia, South Africa, saying that you made that initial proposal, and we Malaysians admire and, of course, appreciate very much. We did discuss a number of international issues. We are firm on these multilateral arrangements, based on rule-based multilateral arrangements, and therefore we have to proceed based on that principle. We do not accept unilateral action of countries because it would disrupt the arrangements and the peace and security of our region and the world. So I again, President Putin, want to assure you that Malaysia plays a lot of not only expectations, but hope that this sort of a special relationship with the Russian Federation would be affected through meaningful exchanges and programs. I, on behalf of the government and the people, of course, would wish and would think it is a major and great, I should say, prize for the people of Malaysia if you can have President Putin in Malaysia as soon as possible, or the latest East Asian Summit during ASEAN in October. But I can assure you that your presence in Malaysia will be a major breakthrough, not only in relationship with Malaysia, but the region, because I believe many people in the region have very high respects and expectations of your role and your leadership.
Спасибо большое, уважаемый господин премьер-министр. Хочу вас поблагодарить за этот визит. Он был очень продуктивным. Для вас еще не закончилась работа, хотя сегодня с самого раннего утра вы на ногах и в правительстве встречались, и здесь большой объем был взаимной информации и обмен мнениями. У нас действительно сложились очень добрые, доверительные, дружеские отношения. И вот господин премьер-министр сказал, что он интересуется и историей, и культурой России. И это мы очень тоже ценим. Сейчас только вот в зале, в Андреевском зале, я рассказывал премьер-министру о том, что такое Андреевский зал. Там стоит 3 трона. И я спросил господина премьер-министра: господин премьер-министр, вот 3 трона стоит. Один для царя, второй для его жены, для царицы. А 3-й трон, как вы думаете, для кого? Господин премьер-министр, практически не задумываясь, ответил: для 2-й жены. Господин премьер-министр не будет на меня сердиться, что я такие вещи рассказываю. Вот это ответ вот настоящего мусульманина, представителя исламской культуры. Должен сказать, что наши традиционные ценности, может быть, в чем-то не совпадают, но обмен информацией, он всегда полезен для обеих сторон. Спасибо вам большое.
I have to respond. I only have one wife, Mr. President. But I failed because the president actually tested me, and it's a trick. He asked me, he asked me, there's 3 chairs in the throat, if you see. So which one on the right? I said, of course, the wife. On the left, I said, the second wife. You see, then I failed in the test. The second one on the left is the mother.
А вот 2-й трон для мамы. Для мамы. Но обмен информацией полезен. Спасибо.